is your Filipino radio experience in Las Vegas. PHLV Radio. PHLV Radio.
Hello, everybody. It is Saturday in the Pacific or in California, where I'm normally based. So if you're watching us, magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. Good evening. And hopefully you're having a wonderful, wonderful day there in Southern California. And if you're watching us in different parts of the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. And some people would say hello world. And if you're watching in the Philippines, where I am currently at, magandang tanghali sa inyong lahat. It is a beautiful Sunday. It's not as warm anymore. It's because, I guess, of the holiday season. And it is 2:06 p.m. So happy viewing to everybody. And of course, happy viewing to our team share and team like and team replay. Yan. First honor natin, ang First Lady ng PHLB Radio, none other than Flora de Saison. Yan. Happy viewing sa'yo. And hello, hello, hello. Before anything else, as always, we are live in different platforms, namely Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. And latest edition, of course, is Amazon Music. And, of course, we are live on different platforms, namely PHLB Radio Facebook page, PHLB Radio YouTube channel. So if you're not a subscriber yet, all you have to do is click like, share, and subscribe. And if you don't want to miss any of the shows of PHLB Radio, click on that notification bell. And if you're using Amazon Fire TV, just click on or just look for PHLB Radio channel. And if you're using Alexa, just say, Alexa, play PHLB Radio. And of any questions, concerns, letters, or anything you have to say, comments, or opinion about PHLB Radio or the company, all you have to do is go to our website, which is www.phlbradio.com. Yan. Nako, si Hilda also is watching from Manila. Si Flora, sabi niya, Merry Christmas, Josh. Yeah, Merry Christmas to you too. And I know PHLB Radio is having a Christmas get-together. I believe it's on the 27th, but sadly, I'm not be able to attend. Maybe, I think just like last year, if you guys give me the Zoom link, I will be able to join you because I think I'm going to be here in Manila for the holidays. Si Adele Ordinario. Hello, Adele. Ako, on time si Adele Ordinario. Adele, are you in Las Vegas? Or are you watching us now in Long Beach? Yan. And also for those people, maraming salamat for those people who watched the show yesterday. It was the tour of the three very famous now malls here in the Philippines. And the first one, of course, we tackled was Opus, which everybody's talking about. It just opened in July of this year, and that's from the Robinsons family. And then, of course, we also did a tour of Newport Resort, which is in Pasay. And of course, ang walang kamatayan, SM Mega Mall, The Block. Yan. Sabi ni Adele Ordinario, sabi niya, hello everyone, Josh Andowit, Kuya Yo. And of course, hello to you, Adele. I think you're still in Long Beach. So happy viewing sa inyong lahat. So maraming salamat for those people who watched the show yesterday. And if you missed it and you want to see, especially Filipinos abroad who are not able to go home for the holidays, just watch the show of Alam Mo Ba, and you would see the different malls that are here in Manila. As they said, parang mall capital yata ang Filipinas. And there are beautiful malls. And I think our good friend Jigs Cooper said yesterday that mas maganda talaga ang mga malls in the Philippines compared to other parts of the world. Okay? Sabi ni Adele, sabi niya, Long Beach now, but New Year in Las Vegas. Wow! Our jet setter na si Adele Ordinario. Oh, my inanak is watching us. Monica Buendia, na soon to be a nurse. Si Monica Buendia is watching us from Project 7. So happy viewing sa inyo lahat. On those people who are watching us, please magparamdam kayo to our shout out. So I will be able to give you a a shout out as well. Okay, maraming salamat again for always tuning out. Sa aming tuning in rather dito sa ating munting programang Alam Mo Ba? Okay, let's see. To start with, our letter sender ay tatago natin sa pangalang Angelica, and she's 32 years old, married with 2 boys daw. Okay, and she is a businesswoman here in the Philippines. Ang kanyang sabi ni Adele before we start, hi Dr. Flora Daison, Merry Christmas. Okay, ang title for today's episode is Paskong Pasasalamat. Sabi niya, sabi niya, Dear Kuya Jush, Daisy, nakahumahabol pa. Daisy Abadia. Daisy works for or is connected with Southwest Airlines, and I think Daisy is a very staunch supporter of none other than Mark Mabasa, yung ating volunteer per excellence. And of course, Daisy is watching us from, I think Daisy, if you're not traveling, you're watching us from Koreatown in Los Angeles. Yes, so anyways, eto na. Happy viewing sa inyong lahat. And here we start. So if you have any comments, suggestions, or opinion later on the show, please do type it in and we'll have more time to discuss that. So again, our letter sender is Angelica, 32 years old, married with 2 boys, businesswoman here in Quezon City. Sabi niya, Dear Kuya Jush, Merry Christmas! Maligayang Pasko sa inyong lahat dyan sa PHLV Radio at sa iyo, Kuya Jush. Unang-una, gusto po naming magpasalamat for having a show like Dear Kuya Jush. Talaga pong nakakatawa, nakakaaliw, minsan nakakainis ang mga letters na nababasa dito at pero tugmang-tugma ito sa mga ganap-ganapan sa mga buhay-buhay namin. I really appreciate the fact that the time and the efforts you and the station put into the shows every week. Kahit nga minsan I replay because you have other things to attend to. But nonetheless, we do understand. Ay nako, Angelica, maraming salamat for being so understanding. We try not to have a replay, but sometimes there's some things that we cannot avoid. Like a good example, pag po ang internet connection is kind of hard, or sometimes meron akong personal commitment, or sometimes the station. Incidentally, the station pala was awarded by the commission here in the Philippines, and of course, the owner, Johan Saison, flew in together with the immigration lawyer because we were awarded a very special Immigration Commission Award at that's kudos and congratulations to the team of PHLV Radio. Okay, duktong na natin. Ako po si Angelica, so 32 years old. I wrote to you to remind everyone that we must always be grateful in life. Kuya Jush, mahirap na buhay ang naranasan ko growing up. Malaki kaming pamilya at payak ang aming pamumuhay. Tricycle driver ang tatay ko at nagtitinda naman ng kakanin sa palengke ang nanay ko. Lahat kami tumutulong para maitaguyod ang isa't isa. Bilin na bilin sa amin ang aming mga magulang na dapat paang ang way to avoid hardship in life ay ang edukasyon. So kahit hirap, ginapang namin ang pag-aaral. Dahil yan ang kabilin-bilin ng magulang namin na edukasyon ang solusyon para matakasan namin ang kahirapan. Dasal, kuya, at tiyaga ang aming baon sa buhay para malampasan namin ang aming sitwasyon. Sa awa po ng Diyos, lahat kami ay nakatapos. Malaki ang pasasalamat namin sa aming mga magulang dahil sa walang sawang pagpapaalala sa amin na pilitin naming matapos ang aming pag-aaral. Kuya Jush, gusto ko lang ipaalam sa lahat na dapat tayo nang magpasalamat sa mga bagay-bagay na nangyayari sa ating buhay. Minsan masama, minsan masaya, minsan malungkot, at pero lahat ito ay nagko-contribute kung sino tayo ngayon at kung sino tayo makakapag-contribute kung sino tayo at papaano tayo magiging best version of ourselves. So itong darating na Paskuhan, hinihikayat at nagsusumamo ako sa inyong lahat na magpasalamat. Gawin itong Paskong Pasasalamat dahil hindi basta-basta ang nangyayari sa ating bansa at sa ating mga buhay ngayong taon, at sana lahat ng mga ganap sa ating buhay dito sa ating bansa ay maiba na ang takbo sa darating na taon, 2026. Kuya Josh, I came across this online and would like to ask your take on it. Mga reminders daw ito sa buhay. So gusto kong malaman ang opinion mo at comments ng mga taga-subaybay, taga-panood at taga-pakinig. Una, ito ay 6 lamang na paalala sa buhay para maging masaya, lalo na sa darating na Kapaskuhan. 1. Stop telling people everything. Most don't care and some secretly want you to fail. Ay, ito, maganda to. Stop telling people everything. I think most of us are guilty of this. Even I, Kuya Jush, is guilty of this. Kasi there's a tendency of us, di ba, pag may mga BFF tayo, may mga mahal tayo sa buhay, there's always a tendency that we share. We want to share, lalo yung plans natin, mga aspirations, mga problems natin. That is exactly who we are as a culture, as a nation. Hindi naman dahil mahilig tayo sa chismis, but we want to share kasi sometimes nga sabi nga 'di ba, there's a thing na it's better to share it with a stranger kasi mas madaling isabihin ang mga bagay-bagay lalo na sa mga problema kapag objective yung kausap mo. Pero sinasabi nitong nabasa nitong ating letter sa Miss Angelica, stop telling people everything. Don't care, most don't care and some secretly want you to fail. I think in my opinion for this particular topic, it depends. It's on a case-to-case basis. Siguro a lot of times, a lot of people will not share their age, especially our ladies. Some people will not share their beauty regimen, especially if they have some surgical cosmetic surgery done on their faces, or especially they will not share their income, let alone their salary, and of course their wealth. But it's a case-to-case basis because I know some people who are very, very close to each other na parang kung mga babae, sisterhood, brotherhood, that palang walang sikreto among them. And I don't think it's a problem. But I also, in a way, I tend to agree na sometimes kasi, depende ang kausap mo, may mga kakausap kasing they really don't care on what's going on with your life. So you just need to be discerning kung sino ang sinishare mo ng mga bagay-bagay about sa'yo. At let's not discount also na may mga taong nakapaligid sa atin na may, I would say, a twitch, an iota of jealousy or envy na gusto nila ang buhay mo o ang swerte mo ay maging sa kanila rin. So you just have to be discerning. You just have to be careful. You just have to be knowledgeable on and be cognizant kung sino yung mga taong sinishare mo yung mga bagay-bagay about sa buhay mo. Okay, yun ang take ko doon sa first reminder na sinasabi ni Angelica. Okay, secondly, choose your friends wisely. The fastest way to grow is to surround yourself with better people. This I agree 100%. Choose your friends wisely. The fastest way to grow is to surround yourself with better people. Yes, importante talaga na hindi naman choosy, but very, you just need to be selective. You need to practice good judgment of when you befriend people. It's okay to be nice to people. It's okay to know them as an acquaintance, pero yung talagang masasabi mong kaibigan. And this, I could tell you as I age, kasi when we're younger, and of course you could agree to disagree with Kuya Josh, when we're young, or when we are a lot younger, we have lots of friends, di ba? Parang dose-dose na yan. So, meron kang childhood friends, meron kang school friends, may barkada friends, meron friends lang. But as you age, especially yung mga listeners natin and of course our viewers, na as you age, habang tumatanda ka, yung circle of friends mo nagiging maliit na lang. Not because you don't like them or you remove some of them, pero makikita mo talaga yung mga true friends na who will bite the bullet for you. Yung mga talagang tunay na kaibigan na sasabihin talaga what's right and what's wrong with you. Na hindi sila matatakot na magagalit ka. They are the people who would tell you the truth, who would have the courage not to sugarcoat anything, especially when you need an advice sa buhay mo on what makes it work and what you could improve so you could be a better version of yourself. So importante yan. So again, choose your friends wisely. Kuya Jush is not saying wag kang makipagkaibigan, pero be careful and be wise and be selective. Yung mga kaibigan dadalhin mo sa fold mo, ilalagay mo sa buhay mo because kasi akong paniniwala ni Kuya Jush, paniniwala ko, it takes effort and time. Kasi yung pera naman, yung mga libre-libre, you go out to movies, kain kayo sa restaurants, kinikita natin yan eh. The money can always be replaced. Sabi nga, di ba? Pwede namang makita natin ulit, we could earn it again and we could replace it back. Pero ang two things talaga na mahirap ibalik at pag nagamit na hindi na pwedeng mabalikan is yung oras. That is the most fleeting sa buhay ng tao, yung oras. And to be friends with anybody, you spend time. You make time. Diba? And time is of an essence. And also the effort. Kasi talagang you set aside as yung effort mo talaga to nurture this friendship. Hindi porket kaibigan tayo. Kaya nga malalaman natin yung mga kaibigan natin na we seldom see them. True friends, wala yung length of time that you have not seen each other or you don't really have to call each other or talk to each other every day. But yung talagang tunay na kaibigan, when you see them and you get together, parang nothing passed. Parang the time stood still and you could go back and take from where you left off, yung mga conversation. Kasi ito yung mga kaibigan na walang judgment, walang hinihingi, o walang kailangan mong gawin for them to be friends. Nagkataon lang talaga, there's the meeting of the mind. For me nga, meeting of the soul pa. Kasi friends for me are like an extended family. Hindi na nga kaibigan, kundi pamilya na. That's the most important thing I think in life that Kuya Jush can part with you is choose your friends wisely. Kasi I always remind myself, may mga kaibigan tayo in life that we come across, mga kaibigan lang sa pagmasaya ang buhay. Meron namang para sa happy lang when you masaya lang kasama when you guys go out. But for me, a true friend would be with you whether it's during good times and bad times, most especially sa bad times. At saka, importante, it is most important for me, and I'm sharing with you, yung matunay na kaibigan who would look you in the eyes and tell you exactly what needs to be done, especially when you are making a mistake and people who would be encouraging if you're doing good things in life. Yun ang mga tunay na kaibigan at those people who are willing to listen to you, sabi nga, bite the bullet for you, those are the keepers. Those are the people you really keep close to your heart and share your life with. Okay? Yung third na sinasabi ni Angelica na nabasa niya nga sa net, ang sabi niya, expect nothing, appreciate everything, be grateful for the little things in life to find inner peace. Ito, maganda rin to. Ay, Angelica, maraming salamat for sharing all this. Ganda. Expect nothing. Appreciate everything. Be grateful for the little things in life to find inner peace. Ito yung maganda kasi. Even in our daily lives, the expectation will always be there, pero wag mong ipasupuso mo because especially when you're in a relationship, you expect so much from the other people at minsan yung expectation can lead to frustration. Again, too much expectation can lead to frustration because you expect too much from that person na hindi mo naman kino-communicate. Hindi mo naman sinasabi what you're looking for, what you're expecting about that person to do or to yung kanyang behavior. Parang papakiramdam mo lang. And of course, you should not be doing that. Sabi nga, be grateful for the little things. Importante talaga na kahit maliit na bagay sa buhay mo, be appreciative, be grateful, be thankful. Kasi yung nakikita mo kasi most of us, di ba? And we're all guilty of that. We look at our neighbors, we look at our friends who are doing so well. Maybe on the facade, on the outside, they're doing so well, they're looking great, everything looks fine and dandy, parang their life is all together. But what you don't know is what goes inside their home. Hindi mo alam yung mga journey pinagdadaanan nila. May mga tao kasi they look good from the outside. They speak highly, parang makikita mo all put together. But once they lock the door or they get inside their houses, iba na yung talagang nangyayari kasi they don't want the people to know the real story in their lives kasi it's a need to know basis. So wag kang tumingin kasi 'di ba we have a tendency yung adage or maxim or saying na sabi the grass is always greener at the other side of the fence. Hindi po normally totoo yan. Sometimes it might be true, but most of the time yung iniisip natin, no, sana yung buhay ni Petra, sana yun din ang buhay ko. Sana yung relasyon niya, yung kanyang ano sa pamilya, yun din ang sa akin. Little do you know that they are struggling too in their relationship. Little do you know that meron din silang mga troubles and they have trials and tribulation that they are not sharing with you at hindi natin nakikita yun on a day-to-day basis because they are just the facade, the outside they're showing is not what's really inside. So it's important to understand na what you have, be appreciative. Kasi yung little things that's happening with your life, the little achievements that you do, sabi nga, the baby steps that we have accomplished in our lives, those are big things. You might not value it as much as other people, but if you learn to appreciate life, if you learn to appreciate the little things in life, you would have a much better life. It will be a wonderful life. Okay. 4. Do your best and trust the process. The harder you work, the luckier you will get. Ito medyo maganda to. Do your best. Ito, I believe this. Okay, Angelica? Kasi I always adhere to this adage. Kasi isa yung aking mantra. DERF ang aking do it right the first time. So kasi I always believe even when I was in college or in school, if you're gonna put some effort, galingan mo na the first time. Todo na to as Peachy Kim si Peachy or si Rupa May Quinto would say go go go. So when you do things in life, do your best, put all your best effort na. Wag na yung parang parang a little of this, a little percentage or yung mga bukas na yan, okay na yan, okay na to. I personally try not to do that kasi when I do two things, kunyari merong projects o kaya meron akong anything that I do in life, I give them my 110%. Kasi nga sabi nga, do it right. Do it mo na, para wala nang repeat. Para ibuhos mo na lahat ng galing mo, lahat ng attention mo, lahat ng effort mo in life for that particular project or for that particular assignment. Why? Because you don't have to go back again and redo it. That's how I look at it. And you will be surprised. If you do things the best you know how the first time, then most likely ang success factor na will be higher than yung okay lang or yung pwede na. Okay. Secondly, ito yung laging sinasabi sa mga kaibigan ko, especially people that I mentor, na when you do things, think as if this is the last thing you will do on earth. For example, there's a project or a job that you need to do. Think of it that ito na to, this is it. Wala nang balikan tomorrow. So put all your effort, put all your best talent in that particular project, in that particular situation. At kumbaga, this is the last thing you will do in life. So parang lahat ng efforts mo, lahat ng attention mo will be geared to that task, to that assignment, to that project para the success of that will definitely be higher than what is expected. Yan. Tapos, eto, maganda. Ito, this was a good reminder even for myself. Control yourself, not others. Ako, ito medyo controlling others is strength. However, controlling yourself is true power. Yan, ito, maraming guilty. Even I, guilty. Kasi there's a tendency sometimes we become too perfectionist. We want things to be perfect. But I keep reminding myself that leave perfection to God. Okay, there's nobody in life would be perfect other than the Creator. Now, all you and I can do is search for excellence. Okay, wag na yung perfection. Because leave perfection to God. We search for excellence, and a tendency for us sometimes, especially in a project, especially in a team, there's always some of us, or if not all of us, we want to control the situation. We want to control the other people. But what I adhere to now is you don't control the people, but you control the process. What you don't manage people, you manage the process of managing people. And the best way to really have a better grip on what's happening is to be able to control yourself, meaning true power, and I agree with this one, is to be able to control yourself, not to control the process of others or to let alone to control others, but the most important thing is you're able to control yourself, because if you're able to control yourself, you will be able to analyze things better, you would be able to think things through better, and then you would be able to discern things better compared to always looking for others on how you can control them. Right? Yeah, ito. Yung last niya dito, learn to react less. When you control your reaction, nobody can manipulate you. Okay. Learn to react less. Yan, ako, ito yung mga very sa atin, overthinking. Sometimes I'm guilty of that as well, because sometimes the reaction is caused by our overthinking. Sometimes we have to chill. Yun ang bagong word na reminded ako ng mga nephews ko. Sabi niya, sometimes people need to chill. Yung kaya tang millennial or Gen Z word. Chill lang. Chill lang daw. Meaning, wag kang masyadong overthinking, wag kang overbearing, wag kang masyadong reactive, but more of proactive. So reactive versus proactive. It is better to be proactive without being overthinking. It is better to analyze things better and see where you could improve things. Like if it's a process of doing a certain project or in your relationship, analyze things on how you could improve your situation right now, your relationship right now, and the things that you do as a project. Okay, so 6 things itong pinaparemind sa atin ni Angelica na nabasa niya sa online daw. 1, again, stop telling people everything. 2, choose your friends wisely. 3, expect nothing, appreciate everything, and be grateful. 4, do your best and trust the process. 5, control yourself, not others. And 6, learn to react less. Yan. Yun ang kanyang reminder. Okay. Not that we have said that, medyo nag-digress ako a little because instead of finishing, that, Kuya Jush, are the things that I am doing right now for myself. It looks like it's working because I'm doing much better as a person, as a mother, and as a wife. Sana itong pag-remind sa atin o itong paalala sa atin on how to do better, especially this coming new year, would help us be the best version of ourselves. Again, maraming salamat sa pagbibigay oras para mabasa itong aking munting email sa iyo, at umaasa na may kapupulutan ng aral ang bawat isa sa inyo. At sa mga listeners and viewers ng Dear Kuya Jush, maraming salamat sa pagpapaunlak sa aking munting email, at also Merry Christmas po sa inyong lahat. Ang hanggang dito na lang, at maraming salamat Kuya, ang iyong isang masugid na taga-subaybay, Angelica. Yun. So, Angelica, medyo nag-digress ako kasi I jump into the comments that I have kasi I think it's better to do it that way instead of just reading your letter throughout and then going back. So, let's see if may mga comments tayo dito sa mga pumasok. Si Ernie is watching us also. Si June Ong, Cesar Ong is watching us from Quezon City. Sabi niya, hello Kuya. Connie Asuncion is watching us from Project 7. Hi Connie, happy viewing to you and your family. Sabi ni Connie Asuncion, more power to your show. Ingat lagi. Miss you. Miss you guys too as well. Okay, come on. Oh, wala bang comments dyan na pwede nating i-share sa ating mga viewers? Yan, like yung sinabi nga kanina, stop telling people everything. Kayo, yung mga nanonood, kayo ba yung mga tipong parang minamarites nyo ang buhay nyo? At minsan kasi ang nangyayari, we have a tendency, hindi lang natin sinasabi yung ating buhay, pati yung mga buhay ng ibang tao nasasama na rin. So nagiging marites. I think that's, is it cultural? You guys tell me. Yan ba ay inherently Pinoy? Kasi even sa Amerika, itong ang classic example, pag merong trouble, car problem sa freeway, which we call freeway, that you guys here in the Philippines would call highway. Yung sa street, lahat talaga nakaka-traffic. Pero ang traffic nasa ibang side lang. Hindi sa sides, hindi going north. Pero ang traffic north and south. Why? Kasi lahat gustong nakikiusi. Usi is usi zero. Kasi nga, I always tell people, ito kasi, si Kuya Jush kasi, when I see accidents, I look at it and see and discern or I would examine or figure out kailangan ba ng tulong o may tumutulong nakatawag na ba sa 911, nakatawag na ba sa police or whoever who could help yung particular accident, and I move on. Hindi na kailangan pinipicture nyo pa and hindi nyo pa kailangan malaman kung ano nangyari doon, kung may aksidente. Kasi we have a tendency na because of our ooziness, dahil yung ating pagiging usisero o yung things na gusto natin malaman, yung mga bagay-bagay na nangyayari sa kapitbahay natin, ang tendency natin na papabayaan natin the most important things in our lives is your own life, your family's life, hindi yung life ng kapitbahay mo, hindi life nung neighbor mo, hindi life ng nasa kabilang barangay. What is important is your life now. Importante yung pamilya mo at yung nangyari sa buhay mo. Now, as far as telling people everything, like what I said earlier, tell people things that you want to know about you or they want to know about you, pero have some limit. May mga bagay kasi hindi sinishare. May mga bagay na parang pang-pamilya lang. And please, 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 do not wash your dirty laundry in public. Yan ang common. Hindi po kayo artista. Hindi po kayo public figure na kailangan lahat ng nangyayari sa buhay mo ay inilalagay mo sa internet or sa online. Yan po ang payo ko sa inyo. There are things in our lives that need to be kept secret or pang-pamilya lang. Hindi po yung lahat na nangyayari sa buhay mo nakalagay na agad sa internet. Lahat po nangyayari. Sabi nga, think before you click. Kasi once you share that on the online, okay, then you share it on YouTube, you share it on Facebook, hindi nyo po alam yung mga nakapag-screenshot na yan. Kahit tanggalin mo pa yan, it's already in there at yun po ay, it's unless i-take down nung nag-share o i-take down yung nagpakalat niyan, it will be there forever. Kahit lola, kahit our past lives na po and we have passed on, naandyan pa rin. All they have to do is click your name or click anything in the online media, makikita nyo po lahat ng mga shinare nyo. So very, very be careful. Okay? Tapos yung choosing your friends, I think I killed that already earlier. You have to be very discerning on friends because meron tayong friends na akala natin friends pero they're really not friends. They just want to make sure na naduduplicate nila ang ginagawa mo at gusto nila lagi, they have this tendency na they want your life to be their life. Gusto nila yung swerte mo, nagiging swerte nila. Because there's a possibility na they're jealous o naiinggit sila sa buhay mo. So just be careful. At pag medyo nalaman mo na yung isang kaibigan mo ay ganyan, be ready to walk away. Especially yung mga taong they're just here for fun, they're just here for good times. Pero when push come to shove, talagang kumbaga, sabi nga when the tires hit the road, parang wala na sila dyan. When the ship is sinking, lahat nagbe-bail out na. Lahat ay tumatakbo na, kumakaripas na to stay away from you. Those are the friends na you need to be discerning. You need to think things through. Ito ba yung talagang mga kaibigan na kailangan mo sa buhay mo? Okay, dahil yung two Now, si Rosana Miller Barrera, si Dr. Rosana, who is like what I said, he's a singing dentist from Calamba, Laguna, but currently based in Doha, Qatar. Hello, Doha, Qatar. Our team, Doha, Qatar, Jan. Sabi niya, oversharing or sharing information that might cause a friend undue stress, worry, or place them in an uncomfortable position may strain the relationship. Hi, maganda yan. Yan, yung kay Dr. Rosana, ulitin ko, oversharing or sharing information that might cause a friend undue stress, worry, or place them in an uncomfortable position may strain their friendship. Yeah, you need to be careful also kasi minsan kasi if you have good friends or a circle of friends, minsan nagiging overbearing na tayo. Minsan we overshare things in our lives na nakakaput din ng stress sa kanila, lalo na pag involved din sila sa buhay mo. Minsan, yung stress na nangyayari, lagi instead of them worrying about themselves, nagwo-worry pa sila sa iyo. There's a possibility na mas strain ang inyong relationship. Or it could be the other way around. May mga kaibigan rin tayo na ang dami nilang problema sa buhay na ikaw ang kanilang sinasabihan because they trust you. You being the listener, listen and pray. Do not put your life into their situation. Don't be a problem solver ng problema nila because you have your own problems to deal with. You have your own lives to deal with. All you could do is listen, and if you could help a little, and if you think that you could help them, so be it. Help them, pero wag mong problemahin ang problema nila. Wag mong ipasan o pasanin ang problema nila because they have their cross to carry, so you have your cross to carry as well. So thank you, Dr. Rosana, for sharing that. Okay, sabi pa ni Rosana, dagdag pa niya. Regardless of the closeness of the friendship, maintaining a degree of personal privacy is a healthy aspect of individual autonomy. Yes, I agree with this 100%. Di ba sinabi ko sa inyo, maganda nag-share ka, pero there's always other things in life na hindi mo talaga dapat i-share lahat. Kasi meron naman merong degree of personal privacy. Meron din tayo mga kaibigan, and I know all of us are guilty on this, na talagang nakabuyang-yang na yung kanilang buhay. Sabi nga, especially yung mga artistas, or the actors and actresses, or actors per se, would say their life is an open book, and it's always been shared to everybody. But ang position ko po dyan, you still need to have a sense of privacy. Kasi minsan, pag masyado ng latag na latag ang buhay mo, wala ng sense of enigma, wala ng sense of mystery, wala ng sense of parang in-out na ang tao sa buhay mo. It's important, and I agree with Dr. Rosana here, na there should still be having a healthy balance between intimacy and individual well-being. Maganda yan. Si Adele Ordinario, sabi ni Adele, if true friendship yan, shall endure whatever you're going through too. Ito naman, it's another school of thought. Sabi naman ni Adele. Sa kanya naman, kapag talagang totoo yan, talagang tunay na kaibigan, wherever you're going through, i-endure niya yan. May mga kaibigan tayong ganyan din, na talagang yung krus nila, pinapasan din. Well, that's a personal choice. Ako, I try to help people as much as I could, pero I try not to carry their burden for them. I will help as much as I could, especially when I'm in a position to be able to help. Other than that, I try to be as objective as possible for not carrying their cross for them because I have my own cross and family crosses to carry as well. O, teka, doktor pa. Sabi ni Adele, she'll offer her shoulder for you to lean on to. Yan. Sabi naman ni Dr. Rosana, ultimately, setting boundaries on information sharing is a personal decision that helps maintain a healthy balance between intimacy and individual well-being. Maganda yan. Talaga may mga boundaries talaga. Not because you don't want to share, not because you're being secretive, but you just want to make sure na may mga boundaries. Kasi minsan, pag nag-overshare ka, may mga pangkaibigan tayo na parang they want to live your life na. Gusto nilang, hindi naman manipulative o hindi manipulahan ang buhay mo. They want to control in some way na, pag hindi mo sinunod ang advice ko sa'yo, magagalit ako sa'yo. That should not be the case. Kailangan may mga boundaries pa rin ang mga bagay-bagay sa buhay natin. Because it's important to have a sense of ownership pa rin, a sense of privacy in your life na hindi naman kailangan. It is not necessary to share everything to everyone. Diba? Kasi meron nun, yun nga yung mga artista friends natin na sinasabi, one of the price they have to pay being in the public eye or in the public domain is their privacy. Nawawala na talaga yung sense of their privacy kasi anything that they do, they're like living in an aquarium that people can see through them, people can judge them kahit hindi alam yung punot dulo nung pinag-uusapan. So it's important. Are you the type of individual na gusto mo talagang pinapanood ang buhay mo, pinag-uusapan ang buhay mo, pinagchichismisan ang buhay mo, at kinaiingitan ang buhay mo? I think these are things that you need to ponder about. These are the things you think really clearly whether this is something that ito ba yung gusto mo talagang gawin in your life? Gusto mo talagang ikaw ang center of discussion every time you go out? Are you the type na gusto mong laging hindi lang ikaw yung sikat pero ikaw yung sinasabihan ng mga bagay-bagay na hindi naman nila alam ang punot dulo ng sitwasyon mo? Okay. Now, tapos yung nasa na? Yung expect nating appreciate everything. Again, ito yung ito-tie up natin sa title, Paskong Pasasalamat. Importante talaga, like what Angelica was saying, in this age, kailangan talaga lahat na appreciate mo. Small things, hindi kailangan to humongous, big, gargantuan things in life. Mga small things. The mere fact that you, di ba like yung sinasabi, the mere fact that you woke up in the morning, that is already a gift from God. That's already a gift of life for you because you are given one more chance to rewrite or write a new page in your life. Yung para kang binigyan ng bagong lift, bagong page to write what you need to do that particular day, that particular time. It is I would say a new beginning for that particular day. Kaya nga importante, appreciate. Di ba, pagising mo lang sa umaga, people would think, pagtulog ko, magising naman ako. Not necessarily. Where people would just die in their sleeps, where people would just succumb to an illness overnight and passed on. So every little things in life, you need to be very thankful. The mere fact that you're able to drive to your work and come home, the mere fact that you're able to have a roof in your home, you have to have food in your table. Those are already blessings from above. Ito yung mga little blessings na most of us, if not all of us, sometimes we have the tendency of taking things for granted. And those are little reminders that you need to be thankful. You need to be feeling blessed kasi nga nabigyan ka ng pagkataon na to rewrite or to write a new page in your life by just waking up, di ba? Instead of you being harassed kung yung mga relation natin, mga asawa natin, mga significant others natin, boyfriend, girlfriends, pag may nagawa silang medyo hindi akma sa iniisip mo, let's try to be patient. Let's try to be understanding. Habaan pa natin ang pisi because they might be going through a journey. They might be going through something na hindi na share sa atin. And in time, things will be revealed anyways. Hey, sabi ni Cesar Ong Jr., ni June, be thankful for what you have. Tama. Anything that you have is consider it as a blessing. And I am reminding everybody, things that of bad, things of hurting things happening in your life, hindi yan from above. Because like what I said time and again, evil things, bad things happening to your life, these are not of God. Because I believe, Kuya Jush believe, we have a good God. A good God by very nature cannot be evil. Kasi that is against His very nature. It's against the nature of Him, the nature of God. So anything that's happening in your life that is bad, hindi po galing kay God yan. Yan ay galing sa ibang ibang forces, not the name that we should not mention. Okay? So, kasi importante po, and what you need to do because you believe in a God that is all good, almighty, and ever-present, whether it's Allah, whether it's Buddha, whether kung sino yung pinapaniwalaan nyo, importante po, the Supreme Being, always put in your heart, there is always a Supreme Being higher than anyone else. Hey, sabi ni Daisy, Abadia, Daisy, thank you for commenting. We need to keep our life private as much as we can. Sad, pero may mga kaibigan kasi na judge nila tayo based on our kwento about our life. Alam mo, totoo yan, like what I mentioned earlier. That's why you need to be discerning. May mga bagay sa buhay mo talaga na you really need to keep private. Or kung yung sa asawa mo lang, or sa anak mo lang, kasi sad, sabi niya, may mga kaibigan kasi na na-judge tayo. Yan ang one thing too na totoo rin sa tao, not only sa Filipino culture. Pag may nalaman tayong konti about the other person, especially if it's not within yung panlasa natin o paniniwala natin o sa belief natin, we have a tendency of being judgmental. We have a tendency of judging the person. Kaya most of the time, like what Daisy was saying, most of the time, if not all the time, you have to have a certain sense of privacy. Hindi lahat share mo. Kasi nga, yung iba kasing mga taong makakalam, especially if they don't know you really well, they will judge you right away based do sa kwento na narinig nila about you. Okay, sabi ni Cesar Ong, ni June, pagising pa lang sa umaga, blessing na yan kasi nagising ka pa that day. That is so true. The mere fact that you woke up that morning is already a blessing in itself. That's why I always remind people, when you wake up in the morning, be grateful that nagising ka pa. Kasi iba hindi na nagigising. Pag tulog nila, ayun na, dire-diretso na. That's why I always tell people as a reminder, di ba? Be grateful that you woke up this morning because that's another page that you could write on your life. Now, another thing also that I always remind people, and I'll remind it again, every show, you need to be grateful and you need to choose to be happy. Kasi diba, tingnan nyo, just think about it, even after our show, there's always a tendency for us to be negative about things. But if you choose to be positive, if you choose to be happy, kahit anong curveball or problems na hindi natin ina-anticipate, o kunyari na-delay ka sa traffic, o a little bump in the road, o kaya nagkaroon ka ng flat tire, o ang haba ng pila kung nagko-commute ka, o kaya late yung mga buses, o kaya ang traffic, ang alikabok. If you think about it, talagang those are huge, humongous, gargantuan problems to some people. But if you think about it and be positive about it na, siguro na-flat ka dahil kung hindi ka na-flat, baka may accident ahead of you. Kung hindi naman na traffic, baka mamaya may aksidenteng malaki na mangyayari kung dire-diretso yung daloy. You look at the other side on how you could make the worst situation ever to have a positive implications sa buhay mo. Kasi if you do that, if you practice that, you will come up with a better life. You would be happier than where you are today. Kasi importante talaga na you look at things half full as opposed to half empty. Mas maganda kasi lagi yung positivity, which is not, ladies and gentlemen, it is not an easy task to do. Kasi there's other things in life talaga that's kind of pushing us to be negative. Pero what you need to do is incorporate your daily life with prayers. Okay, prayers talaga for me, and I've been saying this time and time again, it is the best weapon. It is the best shield we have, each one of us, against anyone else. Anything that comes your way, if you pray, parang magic shield siya. If you believe in magic, meron ka yung shield of protection. Meron ka parang guarded ka na agad at nalilid ka talaga. There's like an enlightenment that's happening in your life when you and I pray. Sabi nga nila, if two or more people are praying, it is already a guarantee God is in your midst. And you got to remember, ito na-mention na rin to in one of the beautiful film of Loris Guillen, Tanging Yaman. Kasi if you remember that the Gloria Romero and Shaina Magdayo scene doon sa church, ito talaga tumatak to sa akin. I'll share this with you. Because diba sa church, we all go to church or we go to the adoration chapel or to any place of worship. we always, or if you go to Israel, you go to the Wailing Wall, and we pray fervently on things that we desire, when we hope for, and we long for, and the favors that we ask the Supreme Being, right? But ang sabi nga, di ba, ang dami nagpe-pray, ang dami nagdadasal. Ang sabi ni Saina character, sabi niya dun kay Gloria Romero's character, sa Tanging Yaman, okay, that's the movie. Sabi, ang tanong niya, Lola, hindi ba nalilito si God dahil sa sobrang dami nagdadasal, hindi ba siya nalilito? Kasi pag, di ba, parang sa tao, pag maraming nag-uusap the same time, nagiging noise siya. Sabi, hindi ba siya nalilito kung ano yung dapat hindi ba siya nalilito, naririnig ba niya ang mga dasal? Ang sabi ng character ni Gloria Romero at the time was saying, dito sa Tanging Yaman, a Loris Gillian film, Star Cinema production yan. So sabi niya, tandaan mo, hindi nalilito si God. Dahil lahat ng hinihiling mo pa lang, iniisip mo lang, binubulong pa lang ng puso niya, nalalaman na niya at alam na niya. What a way, what a reminder that we have a loving Supreme Being, a loving God who will ever be listening to us. At a lot of times, yun din na pag-usapan rin natin, the power of prayer. At a lot of times, sabi nila, di ba, minsan nag-meron tayo program one time na bakit ang dasal ko hindi pa na-grant, pero may dasal naman kayo na granting agad. Di ba, we talk about that. May mga prayers, answered prayers agad-agad because that is what you ask for and it's going to be beneficial for you. The other one naman, parang hindi agad binigay. It took some time do sa mga request mo because meron pang things that you need to do in your life to make it better bago ibigay sa'yo. Because if that particular request or favor you ask the Supreme Being or the Good Lord at binigay sa'yo, hindi ka pa ready, there's a possibility na magamit mo yan for the wrong reasons. Okay, yung third, akala natin unanswered prayer o hindi sinagot na prayer. No, unanswered prayer is already an unanswered prayer. Yung hindi pagsagot sa dasal mo o sa hinihiling mo ay sagot na yon. Because in the long run, in due time, marirealize mo o malalaman mo, hindi binigay yung hinihiling mo because it is not beneficial to you. It will just harm you and not make you a better version of yourself. Akala mo lang during that point in time that is best for you. Ito yung gusto ko, ito yung kailangan ko, ito yung much needed ko that will make me happy. Pero in the long run, give it time, hindi pala binigay sa'yo, akala mo hindi ka sinagot ng yung dasal mo, yung prayer mo, yung favor mo. Because kung binigay sa'yo in that moment in time, napariwara ka, it will just be harmful to you than beneficial to you. So those are the little things that you need to be reminded of. Si Tony Alcid is watching us from Cavite City. How are you? Tony, and special regards, best regards also to your wife, Malen. I think nagsusumba siya. Sabi ni Rosana Mira, sabi niya, your deepest insecurities, the full details of your financial, ganito. Your deepest insecurities, the full details of your financial situation, resentments you hold towards mutual friends, every detail of your romantic relationships, your next big goal or dreams until it's in motion, details of past mistakes you haven't emotionally processed yet, your friends' secrets or private, the full depth of your ambition. Ito yung mga para kay Dr. Wright. It's a good reminder. Ano ba yung mga hindi na natin, in that topic sinishare, yung sabi nga niya, your deepest insecurities, yung kinakatakutan mo, yung mga insecurities mo. Yung financial situation mo, yan. Kasi yung iba, they might use that information against you. Resentment you hold toward your mutual friends. Kasi pag kunyari, may galit ka kay A, sinabi mo kay B, friends pala si A and B, magkukwento yun, baka mali ang pagka-deliver and it becomes worse than what it is. Every detail of your romantic relationship, ayan, yung mga hiling mag-share ng mga romantic escapades nila. Your next big goal or dreams until in motion. Kasi lahat naman tayo, we have dreams, we have aspirations in life. At what Dr. was saying is, wag mo muna i-share yan because baka mamaya maudlot, ma-preempt. What you need to do is share it when it's already in motion. Tapos, ayan, details of your past mistake you haven't emotion process yet. Minsan may mga mistakes tayo in life na hindi pa natin tayo, you yourself, hindi niyo pa na-process itself on how you should act, how you should react to that. And then your friends' secrets or private opinion. Most of us, if not all of us, we have friends na nasabi sa atin ang mga innermost feelings nila, mga innermost secret nila. That is a secret that being given to you or handed to you for safekeeping. Hindi po yan for public consumption. So, yun po yung mga bagay na hindi ni-share kahit na medyo masyado na kayong familiar sa each other. We have friends talaga na they really have this urge, they have this dire need, they have this tendency to share everything about their lives. That is already a gift na pinagkakatiwalaan ka niya sa mga little insecurities niya, little secrets niya in life. What you need to do if you're truly a good friend, treasure it. Hindi yun for public consumption na isi-share mo, let alone lagay mo sa internet o isusumbat mo pag nag-away kayo. And that's not what friendship is about. So those are things that nire-remind sa atin. Tapos, si Joy Marivic, Joy, how are you? Si Marivic is a celebrity photographer in California. Tapos, young kuya thinks you should never reveal about yourself, even to close friends. Yung mga things na sinabi ni Dr. Rosana. Cesar Ong, sabi niya, Kuya, kaya hindi yan binigay sa'yo kasi alam ng Diyos kung ano ang makakabutis para sa'yo at pag hindi niyan binigay sa'yo kasi alam niyang hindi yan makakabuti sa'yo. Tama. Yan, sabi nga niya, to reiterate, pag hindi binigay yung hinihiling mo sa'yo, that is already alam ni God na hindi yan, yung hinihiling mo, although in the onset, in the outskirt, mukhang yan ang tama at nararapat sa buhay mo, pero hindi yan makakabuti sa'yo, so hindi ibibigay sa'yo. In time, maybe there's some things that would be better for you that would be given as opposed to the favor that you're asking for. Okay. Sabi ni Sid, ni Tony, sorry kind of busy but good to see your show again. Good work, Josh. Nako, ito pong show na to, Tony, is not my show. This is the show of everyone. Like what I said, it takes a village to have shows like this. Kasi po not only I am just the front person talking to you, but there's a team of people behind to bring it on air. At tapos na andyan din lahat kayo to be able to interact with me, to be able to share your opinion, your comments, at sometimes your advices to our letter sender. Excuse me po. So that being said, so maraming salamat for that. And I'm glad, Tony, that when you have time, and everyone, you will have time to watch the show, please do. And if you could share it as well, because lahat po, and I tend to agree, and marami mga anecdotes na nangyayari po, na nakakatuwa, nakakatabaan ng puso, not because na maganda po kasi mga, when I get good feedback, and sometimes criticism as well, those are all welcome. I-share ko lang po, nakakatawa kasi ibig sabihin talagang the power of the internet, the power of online media. Grabe kasi I was at a mega mall a week ago and somebody shouted, "Alam mo ba?" And of course I looked and that person was laughing at me and saying, "Alam mo ba?" And then say, "You're Josh, right?" And it's so funny that hanggang may mga nakakapanood para and they would come to me and they would say na they're glad to see me in Manila and at the same time nanonood sila ng show. So it is not really it's not about Kuya Josh, but it's about the sharing, the letters being sent, the topics that we talk about. Tapos yung isa naman, I was in Laguna for some things that I need to do for my family. And an older lady asked kung pwedeng magpa-picture sa akin. So sabi niya, Kuya Josh, pwede magpa-picture sa'yo. And I thought, baka kamag-anak namin o kaibigan ng cousin ko. So of course, picture lang naman. So sabi ko, yes, pwede po, walang problema. So sabi niya, kunin ko yung camera ko, picturein kita, picture tayo. So I said yes. At tapos, when I asked my cousin while she was getting her camera in her car, tinanong ko yung cousin ko, sabi ko, kamag-anak ba natin yun? O kaibigan mo? Sabi, hindi ko kilala. So nung bumalik yung lady, so sabi ko, pwede pong, paano niyo po ako nakilala? hindi po raw tayo hindi ko raw po kayo kamag sa niya. Oh, kasi ikaw si Kuya Jush, nanonood ako ng show mo na alam mo ba at saka yung Dear Kuya Jush. Nakakatuwa na hanggang Laguna umaabot ito. So it is so interesting na nagpapasalamat sila sa station, di nga niya pala masabi PHLV Radio. Masabi salamat sa stasyon at merong mga shows na ganyan na nakakapulutan, hitik daw ng aral sa buhay-buhay at nakakatawa talaga ng puso na marami tayong through our little program, itong programa natin na nakaka-touch ng mga buhay-buhay. At maraming salamat talaga. Hindi ako magsasawang magpasalamat sa each one of you for being so supportive from day one nitong show na Dear Kuya Jush at nung isa ko pang show. At sana lahat ng show namin dito ay napapanood nyo. Tapos, tingnan natin kung meron pang last comment before we end the show. Let's see. Okay, now, so as closure, Angelica, maraming salamat. Or Angge, maraming salamat for sharing that things to us today. I think maraming na-touch, maraming nasayahan sa ating show today. At sabi nga na isa, finally hindi replay. Yes, it's we try po to go live every weekend para po naman for your listening entertainment pleasure. Oh, by the way, as a disclaimer, nakalimutan ko sabihin kanina, any things that we talk about, the advice opinion, as well as comments, these are of our own. This is not a reflection on the management or owners of PHLV Radio. Yan po, a little disclaimer lang po. Now, Sana, thank you. I am so honored. Thank you for that wonderful word. Anyways, malayo pa yun. Marami pa akong kakanin before I would take that compliment. But maraming salamat for the kind word, Dr. Rosana. Anyways, so maraming salamat for tuning in. Angelica, maraming salamat for your letter. Marami pong letter na ang dami pong letter na kabinbin. I'm hoping that I would be able to read all of them. I'm hoping na one time magdo-double time ako, double letter. Pero it will be a long show kasi, so I try to limit the Dear Kuya Jush show to an hour, another 15 minutes kung kaya. Ayun, sabi pa ni Adele Ordinario, treasure that friend na napapagkatiwalaan mo with anything. Wag yung mga advice sa'yo kahit masakit at prangka, hindi plastic. O, totoo yan. Importante na talagang we treasure them and be grateful. Tapos sabi ni Gilda Cooper from Carson, California, I'm late, came from a party. It's okay, Christmas party. No, Jigs, ang ganda ng show today. I'll send you a link. If not, you could check our playlist sa PHLB Radio YouTube channel. Tapos sabi ni Rosana, I love PHLB Radio. Maraming salamat, Dr. Rosana, and we love you guys too. So with that, maraming salamat again for tuning in. Another hour and 15 minutes past. Maraming salamat po. Those people like me in Manila right now, it's almost end of Sunday. So enjoy the rest of the day and be careful. At ang traffic talaga ngayon is just overwhelming because guys, it's 5 days before Christmas here in the Philippines. At talagang the simbang gabi, the puto bongbong, the bibingka, you could smell it in the air. The traffic is still there. The line, the queuing sa mga supermarkets, as well as natatranta na lahat in preparation for the not only the simbang gabi but Noche Buena. Everybody is doing that. And of course, the people are crazy, running around like chickens without head, buying their Christmas gifts for Christmas party. So maraming salamat. And if you're watching us in different parts of the world, enjoy the rest of the weekend. Maraming salamat po. At like my reminder and my advice to you every week, every time we close a show, always be good, be kind. You can never go wrong with kindness. And any act of kindness that you do to people, it will come back to you. It's a very guaranteed. It will come back to you in so many ways, in different times, different situation, different people. And like what I mentioned earlier, na in echo rin ni June, June Ong, na when you wake up in the morning, it's already a blessing. So be grateful that you were given another chance to have another page in your life. And yung last ko po na remind sa inyo, choose to be happy. Because when you choose to be happy, when you wake up that morning, or this morning, or tomorrow morning, it already would set a stage or standard, or it sets the mood for the whole day. So any curveball, problems, or any unforeseen circumstances that will hit you that day, you could still give life a big smile. And that make it a beautiful, wonderful life. And with that, maraming salamat po. I will see you next week. I know, I think Wednesday is already Christmas Day. So Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays for those non-Christian friends of ours. Happy Holidays po sa inyo lahat. Spend time with family, enjoy life, and just be blessed. Share your blessing. Magpasalamat tayo for all the wonderful things that took place in our lives this year. At enjoy the comfort, the warmth of the family, your friends, your loved ones, your significant others, because these friends, these people around us, these people who care about us, who love us, these are the people that makes life a wonderful life. And with that, maraming salamat po sa inyo. God bless all. Enjoy next week, and Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Bye.